Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and I'm proud to bring you another property. This one I'm excited about. I'm calling this Apartments Go Here. This is really close to Fayetteville, North Carolina. And this land, there's a bunch of apartments next door. I had an artist draw this up. You could build a 75 unit or 70 plus, let's call it 70 plus units here. I think it's 75, but it might be 72 or 73 units on this property. And that's a lot of apartments. It's like time to break out the calculator. How much can you rent them for per square foot? How much square foot do you have to do per apartment or per door? There's all kinds of numbers. People have fancy calculations to go figure that out. I'm sure if you are in the know, you have one of those spreadsheets to put the numbers in there and go crunch it and figure this out. I'm asking $395,000 for this property. It's about 8 acres, and let's jump into it. So, on RuleVacantLand.com, $395,000. I got some maps and information here. There's a link to this website in the description of the video. So hit the description of the video and take you back to my little website. I've had apartment complex kind of apartments land for sale on the website before, and it always sold out really fast. I never had a chance to really present it and talk about it very much. This one is about to be listed. It's not on the market yet as of the making of this video. The realtor is going to put it up pretty soon. And but I'm excited about this property, so I wanted to share it with you before it gets out there to everybody. So next door you have all these apartments, right? These things sold for these are old. These are built a long time ago. They're little tiny apartments, like 500 or 600 square foot apartments. I mean, my idea, it's a small apartment, but maybe I'm jaded. I don't know. But I was doing the math, and these things sold for $1.6 million a building. And I think they're like, there's probably one, two, three, four, I don't know how many, eight or 12 or something units per building, and some of them are different length and stuff. You can go do the math, but this is a comp that just sold recently. They bought it pre-COVID, they fixed it up, and then they sold it just before COVID, I think it was, and now COVID's happened and rents have gone a lot higher. I think with the way rents have gone up during COVID times, it would be easy if you were the one that owned this apartment complex or one like it or one on the other side of the country. The rents went up. You got to charge a lot more as people moved out and new people moved in. You could charge a lot more. And so when you're charging a lot more rents on an asset like this, eventually over time you'll be able to take it to the appraiser and say, "Hey, Mr. Appraiser, yeah, I bought it for X. That doesn't matter. That was a long time ago. Now the rents are higher. Now I want a number I want a valuation that we can take to the bank and borrow more money based on the cash flow analysis of this property. I got a year or 2 years worth of these higher rents or something, whatever they're willing to go for. You can talk them into using, and they'll take if it was renting for $1,000 and now you're charging $1,500 per unit, the 50% increase in rents, like the valuation of the building goes crazy. Maybe you bought it for 5 and now it's worth, 8 million or something. And that's like another $3 million you can borrow from the bank or some number like that, some, fraction of that. But that idea that you can use to go buy land like this and build a new apartment complex. And you could borrow even more money from the banks to leverage out the part you can borrow off of here to get a loan to go build this sucker and, pyramid your assets, right? And then let the renters pay down your mortgage over time. So if we're in the way owning the land or the land next door to the guy that just refinanced his apartment complex, we could say, "Hey, look over here. We can build more apartments here. You can increase your business. You can grow." And it doesn't have to be the guy next door. It could be apartment complexes from anywhere. They can look at our spot where we can build 75 units on this thing or 70 units plus and go to town with it. So there's a stream in the back. The county has 1.03 acres of this 8 acres zoned as swampland. But in practicality, I mean, you're probably not building like this part of the property where my hand's disappearing over here. You're probably building this part of the property over here where it's on more solid ground. But all those all those acres give you the numbers. The numbers go up and up of how many units you can build depending on how much area you have. So you build your units up front here on the solid land. You use some of this backland here as to bump up your numbers of how many units you can build. There's utilities at the road right here ready to go to hook into. And there's a population in the area that likes to rent stuff. So let's zoom out. Let's see the area. Here's Fayetteville as a town. It's been growing pretty well. Fayetteville, North Carolina. Do a map. I'll show you. Zoom out some more. So here's Fayetteville. This is a part of North Carolina we're talking about. We've got Raleigh to the north, Raleigh, Durham, Winston-Salem, Charlotte to the Charlotte's over here to the straight west. So Fayetteville is in that mix. Let's clean out of that map. I've got a bunch more information, maps and pictures and stuff on the website. There's a buy it now button if you want to go say, Luke, I'm serious about buying this thing. Put down $500 and we'll start doing the paperwork and go take it to title and make it happen. And some more information. Okay, so I wanted to look at the area. Talked about the area. It's just some more maps. Okay, so I pulled up Fayetteville. Here's Fayetteville, like downtown. Our property's over in this region somewhere, and these little red dots around here, these are different apartment complexes, and they got them, you can just Google, this is Cumberland's the neighborhood. So I Googled Fayetteville, North Carolina apartments. And so I got these different apartment complexes in the area. And I started pulling them up to see what they're renting apartments for. So here's the first one that came up, and it's called Cumberland Towers Apartments, and they are 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 650 square foot. You have to make them very big. That's pretty small. It's like a jail cell size. They're $849 rent a month. So you could build little apartments like this. You could build big. Hopefully you build bigger ones, but you could build little ones like this. A window in the front, a window in the back, and rent this thing for $849. That's what these guys are getting them rented for. Here's another one that's 2 bedroom, 2 bath. This one's got 2 windows in the front and a little balcony in the back, and the whole unit in between. And they're getting $1,049 a month for that 975 square foot. So here's a 3 bed, 2 bath. They're getting $1,199 for these things. This is a little bit bigger. Got a couple windows in the front, a couple windows in the back. $1,199 is a 1,200 square foot. So that's one competitor. Here's another one. I mean, they're showing, they got a pool and a clubhouse and stuff, and then they've got some units. These guys seem to have a little bit more square footage, a little bit more windows for what they're offering. Here's a 2 bed, 1.5 bath. Let me take that back. 850. That might even be about the same square footage. 850 square foot, asking 804. So a little balcony, and this one has a couple windows. This looks like a corner unit. And I thought I had more. Oh yeah, here we go. So 800 square foot, 680 square foot, 850 square foot. So these are all, so 1 bedroom, or 2 bedroom, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. Okay, so 804 a month, $744 a month for 680 square foot. It's a little unit. And 850 square foot unit for $804 a month. These are the kinds of rents they collect for a whole house in Detroit. I mean, I'm just comparing to other deals that I know about, but they're getting small apartments, rates for small apartments. In California, this would be, $2,000 or something, but it's a lot cheaper to build these things in North Carolina than California. And if you know apartments and you know the market of these, you're going to know the cost to build these a lot better than I am, and what they sell for and what they trade for and how long it takes to build them and how much you can rent them for. And it's going to be an analysis. It's going to be an analysis that somebody has a great spreadsheet. They can go put in what the rents are per square foot, per unit, per door, and the cost of building here, the cost of making it happen, the price of the land, $395,000. Put those other numbers in there when you come to the assumptions that you believe in. And what's the return on this thing? I mean, I was doing some basic calculations, and I think you're talking 7, 8, 9 million dollars when you build a 70 something unit apartment complex and rent it out for those kinds of numbers on here. And you're probably building it for a good deal less than that. And then the time that it takes to buy the land, do the permits, build the thing, rent it up, and then go sell the building or refinance the building on the market for the rates that the markets are going at. What's the difference that you get to keep in there? You guys can figure that out. Here's a piece of land to go figure it out on. I think it's going to be lower price than lots of the others in the area because we buy these things pawn shop style, and we're not looking for top dollar. We're looking to move fast and go on to the next one. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith at ruralvacantland.com bringing you another cheap, easy property. See you in the next one. Bye.